It is November, so you know what that means. The stash is back. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing super well today. It's starting to get pretty cold around here in Indiana, you know, and whenever it gets really cold out and all that stuff, I start to remember that I'm actually from Indiana. And a while ago, I did a video on what it was like to be from the Midwest and all that. So today I thought we'd be a little bit more specific, you know, hit a little bit closer to home, if you will, and watch a video on what it's like to live in Indiana, because, you know, that's where I'm at.
People in Indiana drive tractors to school?
Yes.
Does everyone here care about basketball?
All right, so to start this video out already, do people really drive their tractors to school? Yes, all right. High school, we literally had a drive your tractor to school day, and all the people would drive their tractors to school. I don't even know if that's legal, but you know what? That's what happened. And yes, I would say so many people love basketball, but also football and just sports in general. I mean, whatever town you're from, whether it's Notre Dame or IU or people love that stuff. So I don't think that's unique to Indiana, but instead of saying basketball, you say everyone likes cornhole, and then you're on the right track.
It's a nice thick wood that allows the bag to hit solidly and slide nicely.
Oh my God, this looks like every town. Walmart. All right, I'm gonna stop the video right there, okay? Because if you blink, you might have missed it, okay? There was a Walmart that scrolled past right there, okay? There's nothing to do in Northern Indiana, right? So a lot of kids, when they're in high school, they like to just go to Walmart at midnight and just mess around in the toy section and just mess everything up for all the employees. Because I used to work retail and I know that kids used to do that, and it was super annoying. But that's what you do in a small town, right? So yeah, I should mention that too. I am from Northern Indiana and I am from a small town. Literally, the town I grew up in only has one stoplight, and then the town goes for it's not even a full block. It's just and that's the town I grew up in. These cornfields here, this is what I just see all day, every day, driving everywhere. Because you have to drive 20 minutes to get it anywhere at all. 40 if you want something good.
To get a complete understanding of the state of Indiana, we need to start at the higher level.
Look at those rolling hills. You want to drive in Colorado where you can see mountains all the time? Look at the rolling hills and plains and the lush forests and the nice telephone poles.
We'll begin in the northwest part of the state. This part of the state is called NWI, or Northwest Indiana. This area right here is Gary and its surrounding suburbs. Now, Gary might just be the most destitute place in the entire Midwest. It's ghetto, really dangerous, and just not a happy place.
But Michael Jackson's from there, right? So that's something.
He got the thriller in the night.
Yeah, every time I've drove through Gary, it's just industrial. I just see pollution going into the sky. That's pretty much it.
Of course, South Bend is home to the prestigious University of Notre Dame, which forever had the most notable football program in the nation, but they're not very good anymore.
Yeah, people are so fascinated, right? So I was watching the news the other day, and it was so annoying, all right? I'm not into sports, so maybe it's just me. I don't care about Notre Dame football, but everything on the news was based around Notre Dame football, right? I just want to know what the weather is for tomorrow. Can I pour concrete tomorrow? Is it gonna rain? Is it not?
It's gonna rain!
I just want to know so I can go about my day. But they're is it gonna rain for the football game tomorrow? Are we gonna get rained out before it starts? Will there be a little bit of sunshine? Are we gonna be able to tailgate? What's gonna happen? Because we need to play this game tomorrow. It's all about the game, bro. And then they literally interviewed someone on the street, are you excited for the football game tomorrow? I'm is this what the news has become? I just don't get it. I've never visually seen the whole but mom, ball is life. I've never seen that so personified before.
However, outside of the charming walls of Notre Dame is the rest of South Bend, which is not prestigious or charming. South Bend is poor and dangerous, as is nearby Elkhart, a blue-collar community where they build RVs and other things. Folks work hard here.
Folks work hard here. I mean, that's nice. Okay, so worked in the RV factory, right? It's go, go, go. I sanded off the tip of my finger. I put a staple through my finger. I had to go to the urgent care because my back flipped out on me. It's hard work and it sucks. Booming business. I think we're the biggest producers. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's hard work. Get paid good. No college education required, but it's you're gonna be having surgeries and having a broken down body by the time you're like 50 if you go that route. And yes, the rest of South Bend, other than you know, Notre Dame is kind of a sketch, but I feel like most college places are like, you know, all gentrified up, and then you like step outside their gates and it's just like, bam.
Oh, this is really exciting. I thought this area was just gonna stay shitty forever.
So I think that's a pretty common thing.
This is Lake Michigan. Indiana actually has quite a few nice beaches along the Lake Michigan shoreline. The most famous beach is likely Indiana Dunes.
Yes, so that's like the thing, right? If you live in Indiana, everyone goes to the dunes during the summer. Like, you know, all the girls like, ooh, hot girl summer, we're going to the dunes. I guess I just don't get the beach life, you know, I ain't about that. Also, it's never fun to realize how out of shape you are when you can't walk up Mount Baldy without stopping to rest along the way.
Over here near the Ohio border is pretty much farms, rednecks, Amish people, and the city of Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne has a decent-sized state college. It's almost the perfect size, 250,000 people, which makes it family-friendly, and just about all the kids graduate high school. But who doesn't graduate high school are the Amish, and they're a big deal in some parts of Indiana. Their formal education typically ends after 8th grade, where they are then taught life skills at home. Growing up learning agriculture and craftsmanship, the Amish population is super efficient at farming, making furniture, and building homes.
Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit before we go on. So yes, Amish kids go to school up through middle school, you know, go to 8th grade, and then they don't go on to high school. So it was always funny at lunch, right? Because if you don't know anything about Amish people, like they're not supposed to have like electronic stuff, all that. Some of them kind of get around the rules. You're not supposed to have automobiles, whatever, but they still like ride with people who have automobiles. They just can't, like, you know, that kind of thing where it's like, they don't break the rule, but they also don't like follow the rules.
Well, I don't care about rules.
At lunchtime, right, we'd have TVs in the cafeteria, and there would just be like tables of the Amish kids just all like the whole time just engrossed on like Tom and Jerry or whatever was playing. And I'll tell you what, they also go hard when they play sports. Like, man, I knew this guy named Ruben, dude. He like went hard in the paint when he played basketball, man. Also, if you're driving by any Amish person, they always wave at you. Little hello neighbor.
I might be the coolest guy you ever met.
But yeah, everyone loves the homemade food that they make, so. And they can put up a house in a day, I swear to God.
They call this part of the state Kentuckiana, and it's just about as redneck as the name suggests. Sometimes kids in these parts take part in an annual Indiana tradition, Take Your Tractor to School Day, or Tractor Day. There are actual kids that don't farm here though.
Yeah, there are kids that don't farm and they think that they're country and they like to go mudding on the weekends. They like to wear their hats and chew their tobacco and all that.
Yeah, which one of y'all lactating kraut sissies fuck my cousin?
And I never got along with them in high school, I'm not gonna lie.
This is Brown County. This is arguably the prettiest part of the state, Indiana's version of Yosemite National Park.
Yeah, for being, you know, like a state where there's not like big cities or anything like that really, and most of it's just like this country stuff. There's really not a whole lot of like big national forests or anything like that. So there's like a lot of little stuff here and there, but it just never quite feels the same as like a big park, you know?
The rest of the state is Indianapolis and its surrounding suburbs. Indianapolis is the 17th largest city in the country at nearly 900,000 people. It's almost as big as San Francisco and is larger than Denver and Seattle.
I guess I'm learning a bunch of stuff.
The communities of Zionsville, Fishers, Carmel, Noblesville, Whitestown, and Westfield are where Indiana's snobs live. These are the wealthy white families where parents shop at farmers markets and kids work part-time jobs to pay for their own cell phones. So responsible of them. Many families have heated driveways and drive SUVs.
Heated driveway? Oh my God, that is so extra. Like, I guess it'd be nice, but oh my God, like, talk about living life on easy mode.
I moved from California out to a small community in western Indiana in 2010. Neighbors trespassed all the time. They took wood from my woods and fish from my pond.
Like, there's so many people who have just like acres of property. Like, it's just trespass city, right? Like, they might have a sign here or there, but people are just gonna do what they want.
Do you know how to get to town?
Yeah, it's back the way you came.
Kids get drunk, do what they want. So I don't know if anyone knows this, right? So you know how like there's this whole thing about cow tipping. People get drunk, go out cow tipping. It's so fun. Let's trespass and like just go out. You know, the cows will be asleep and standing up, and we'll push them over. It'll be so crazy. Like I
don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
Cows sleep laying down. You can't do it. Like I don't know why there's this huge thing of cow tipping, of like pushing them over when horses stand sleeping up. Cows don't. I've raised many years worth of cows. I just don't understand what cow tipping is unless I just like don't understand the concept. Like let me look it up. What is cow tipping? Sneaking up on a unsuspected cow and pushing it over. Okay, scientific studies have been done to determine if cow tipping is even possible. Cows are like 500 to 1,000 pounds plus. Like, of course you're not gonna tip that bastard over. What the? Also, another just random fact in case you want to know, cows only have like their bottom teeth. They don't have their upper teeth, so it's just gums. So yeah, it feels really funny when they suck on you, and that sounded wrong. I was talking about my hand, okay? I was talking about my hand.
Anyways, here's a short video I did find that shows me and my friends blowing some stuff up one day.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about how it's like gun country, and like since you're in the country, not the city limits, people just be shooting all the time, blowing up what tannerite or something. I don't remember what it's called. It just explodes. It's like, oh, we're having Thanksgiving. You know what? I just got this new gun. Let's go test it out. And hey, like I brought all my handguns that I carry with me. And hey, I got mine in the car too. Let's go out and shoot them before we eat the turkey. That's pretty much what it's like here.
Before mushroom season comes, you have to endure months of Indiana's terrible winters.
Yes.
They sure are long and cold. But it isn't the snow that breaks you, it's the long stretches of gray sky.
Like literally seasonal depression's a thing. You get no motivation in the winter. You don't want to do anything, don't want to go outside, nothing. But in the summer, I think I expressed this in my last video, is you know you're from around here though, like when you can look at a beautiful sunset and just be like, eh, or not even care because you're just so used to seeing like pretty sunsets. That's one thing that we definitely take for granted. We got a lot of shit and all this, but like we do have a lot of nice sunsets. Quite frequently, I would say.
Culture-wise, there isn't much to talk about.
Okay, there's no culture. Okay, let me spell this one out for you right now, okay? Right? It's time to go, right? You're hanging out with people, you're ready to head out. Here's a signal that everyone will recognize. You go, well, slap your legs and say, well, and everyone knows that you're about to go, okay? Culture for you, right there, culture.
It's a steak and corn and potatoes kind of state. Pork tenderloins are the state's go-to staple. It's a big fried pork sandwich. It's actually pretty good.
You order a pork tenderloin, you're getting 2 sandwiches, okay? You know, it comes out, you got your like bun, you know, this big, and your fucking pork tenderloin comes out looking like this. And you're like, now that's what I call bang for your buck.
Indiana doesn't like being called a flyover state, but it's just sort of average. Average wealth, average crime, average cost of living. Not a lot of people are coming, but not a lot of people are leaving. It's a lot of tailgating, a lot of going to church, a lot of high school athletics, and a lot of corn and beans.
Pretty
and
accurate.
Sometimes wheat.
And all these shots look like everywhere I've seen. All right, so that's all I got for this video. If you're from Indiana and can relate to any of this stuff, please drop a like and subscribe. Help support a local Indiana resident. So yeah, if you're not from Indiana, would I suggest moving here? Probably not. And with that, I will see you all next time.